Hi, my name is Caroline and today I'm going to be guiding you on how to apply to EMIS. Before we start, I wanted to give you a disclaimer. This video is very long. However, you don't have to watch all of it to understand the application process or to answer your questions. We have separated it in several different parts and you can click on the part that suits your questions or the part of the application that you're having the most difficulty with. So all you have to do is go in the description or go on the chapters that we have divided on the bar of the video and you can click on the part that suits you better. So I'm here at the website and I'm gonna click on admissions, and as soon as you click it you have a frequently asked questions and an admissions tab, which is the one I clicked. The first thing you see is how to register for application and how the application takes place. So for example, here it says the application has 3 rounds: an early bird round, a regular round, and a final round. It's very important that you read this as we get a lot of questions on how the application works and especially the deadlines. So the deadlines are always displayed in our website in the admissions tab. So after that, you see more about the application process, and this is also very important if you want to expect how the application will take place after you apply. So you know here that after you complete your registration form, you'll be taken to 2 online interviews, one with the admissions team and the other one with the school counselor, and then your application will be reviewed and your scholarship will be reviewed. And after that, you'll be taken to a part that says the required documentation that you need to have. Now, as soon as you open the website of the application, meaning that as soon as you click apply now and you start your application, all of those documents will be displayed to you. So there's no need to freak out that you don't have those documents. As soon as you get into the admissions page, all of those documents will be displayed to you, so you can download them and fill them or give to your doctor to fill them or your parents, depending on which document we're talking about. After that, you're taken to the application requirements, and it's also very important that you read this because if you're applying, for example, for the September 2022 school year, you need to be born in a certain period of time and you need to be a certain age, because we are a high school and we only accept students who are in a high school age. But obviously, if you have a specific situation, so for example, if you were born at the end of the year of it or at the start of a year, or if you have had a special situation that caused you to be a little bit older, we can evaluate those situations separately. So it's very important that you email us before you start your application to make sure that you can apply. Something also very important about the application requirements is knowing English. Knowing English does not necessarily mean that you have to be fully fluent in English, but it does mean that you have to know English well enough to communicate with your peers, communicate in the interview, and to study in English. And there's always an opportunity to learn more at EMIS, but it's very important that you know a certain level of English enough for you to communicate and also write your own essays without an issue. Now I'm headed to the tips for a smooth application process. So this is very important that you read as well, but it's just a step-by-step on how to apply smoothly. So for example, a very important tip here is to draft your essays in a text document first, then copy to your application, because there's a chance that your answers might not be saved. So it's very important that you keep track of your application in a separate document, and I will explain all of this along this video. Now I'm showing you different parts of the application process that are very important as well. If you have any questions, for example, you can click on schedule chat and you can chat with our admissions team. So by clicking here, you'll be taken to the Explore EMIS page and you see that there's a calendar with a lot of available dates. And when you click on an available date, you see a lot of times that you can schedule a chat with our admissions team. And as soon as you confirm, you'll be entering your details such as your name, your email, and it will be helpful if you send your question beforehand so we understand it better. Again, this is just for someone that has questions about the application process. And also we have an option of meeting a student. So we got a lot of requests of prospective students saying that they wanted to meet someone for their country. They want someone to maybe review their application, give application advice, and that's why we have the meet a student option. So when you fill this out, you will be assigned to a current student or an alumni that can help you. Now we're officially starting your application. I clicked on start your application because it didn't create an account before, but it's basically the same process because right now I'm creating an account. So here are the basic details that you have to insert, such as your name, your last name, your gender, your email address, password that you need to create, and obviously I blacked out my personal data, but all you have to do is fill in those parts with your personal data. And now at the end, you need to prove that you're a person. This is a basic step on every website that requires personal information. So all you have to do is insert the name that you see on this drawing is badly done on purpose because only a human can identify it. So this is what I'm doing right now. And then I clicked on proceed to application. Now, I just wanted to show you that as soon as you log in and you create your account, you receive a confirmation about your account registration. So there's no need to confirm it. You receive it by email. Now, back to the application, you see a text explaining what you need. Again, it's really important that you read everything because you won't be surprised when this step comes and you be organized enough to know how to answer them. Now, uploading a picture is mandatory, so you need to upload a picture, and now you're filling out your personal information. So I'm filling out my last name, my date of birth. I pretended my date of birth was in 2006, so I can be eligible to apply. And here, this is a very important thing. I'm pretending I'm applying for the IB program. So currently I'm in 10th grade. So that means that the grade I'm applying for is 11th grade. So if I'm currently in 10th grade, I'm applying for 11th grade. And if I'm currently in 9th grade, I'm applying for 10th. Now, your nationality, Brazilian, so I put it here. And your immigration to Israel, it's not applicable for me. And now this is very important because a lot of people make mistakes on this part. So I need to highlight this for you. As I said, you always need to read the application and the text that we write here very carefully. So here, it's very important that you read that in this part is not your guardian. You need to fill out your information for yourself. So here it says, please enter your own student details as parent, guardian, student account 1 below. So here you need to put your information, not your parents. So you need to choose other guardian for your relationship. We do this because we want you to manage your application, not your parents, because we're evaluating you. So your parents will be guardian 2 and 3, and you will be the other guardian for yourself. So here I'm filling out my data. I put myself as other guardian, and now there is a lot of personal information that I don't feel comfortable sharing online, but it's very straightforward. You need to put your email, your home address, your city that you come from, your state, your country, zip code, number, and again, it's very important. This is your profile, so you need to put your number, your passport. And after that, you're gonna go to parent, guardian, student account, and that will be the guardian 2, which will be your mother or your father or anyone that is responsible for you. And then it's the same thing. You put their email, not yours. You put their cell phone number, not yours. And there's also an option to click on same address as applicant, which is probably true if you live together. And then when you come to the third guardian, it's your second guardian because the first was you. and it's the same process. Please remember to put their email, not yours, and their cell phone number, not yours. And you need 2 guardians to apply to EMIS. So it's not necessarily need to be usual family structure. You can have your sister as your guardian. We just need 2 references of people to be eligible to apply. But of course, if you have a special situation in which you don't have any guardian or just one guardian, there's a space in the application in which you can explain this better to us, and you're obviously eligible to apply as well. Now you're going to insert your information again as an applicant information. And here what I'm doing is very important. So for example, if you don't have a passport, you can upload any ID, any form of identification that you have. But if for some reason you don't have your passport or your ID, what you can do here is that you can upload a blank page just so that you can proceed to your application process, and you won't be affected by this. But it's very important that you have some sort of document by the end of the application that you send us. So after doing this, after filling out your information, and after doing the blank page upload, if necessary, you will fill out the next information. So here what I put is very important things that people usually forget. So for example, the present school name is the school that you're at right now, not EMIS. And then the school address is the address of your school, the city of your school, and the number is again of your school, not yours. And now I'm just filling out basic information. So for example, where I found EMIS, where I discovered EMIS, and it's very important that you do this as well so we understand our public. And here I'm just showing you a template of an email. So if for some reason you don't have any kind of ID and you uploaded a blank page, but you intend on getting an ID afterwards because you need this to come to EMIS, it's very important that you send an email letting us know that this is your situation and that it will change later. Now we got to the financial aid part of the application. Again, it's very important that you read everything that's written on the website, but I wanted to highlight something that is not written. And as you can see, there's different scholarship options for the IB and the pre-IB program. However, the options for the pre-IB program are a little limited, and there's an option for you to email us. However, if you feel like the scholarship options for the IB program suit you as a pre-IB applicant, you can choose the scholarship options from the IB program. It won't change your application. It will just let us know about your scholarship situation. If that's the case, there is no need to email us. In this part, you need to prove your financial need. So I'm going to start by writing the name of each parent and each annual income of each parent. Here I'm showing you a situation in which the annual family income is higher than each parent's income. And that's maybe because the person has a family business or any other special situation. I'm just doing this to show you that we have an additional information box, and that's the place where you need to say special situations that might look different to us when we're looking at your financial profile. And here is where you will upload 3 salary slips for each parent or a tax return depending on your situation. Now going to the next page, and here you fill your educational information, and the first thing is special circumstances. And this is the place that I told you about before, that if, for example, you only have one guardian or any other special circumstances that you feel like it's important for the committee to know, this is the place where you need to insert it. So here is only information that we might question, but if it's something that you think that we won't question because we didn't say anywhere that it was a requirement, there's no need to add here, only special circumstances. And now we got the essays, and what I'm showing you here is what I said in the beginning, is that it's very important that you save your essays in a separate document. So now I'm showing you that I went to Google Docs and I'm creating a doc on every single application essay. So what I'm doing is that I'm copying it, and then I'm adding the word count to every single one of them, so I know the amount of words that I need to write for each one of them without having the necessity to come back to the website. And now I'm showing you that how I'm organizing it, and just if you don't have much knowledge about the Google Docs, this might help you. In this part, I also wanted to highlight how important essays are for our application process. We do not take into account separate exams, so your academics, your profile, your personality, everything needs to be demonstrated in your essays, and it needs to highlight who you are as a person and how you can compose your student body at EMIS. So please pay attention to the essays. Give a great description of your activities and everything that you want to share with us. And please avoid simple phrases or short texts. We really want you to say as much as you can in the word limit that we give to you. And another trick that I'm showing you here at the end is that if you select all of the text and you click on the normal text in the bottom left hand corner and you click on title, all you have to do is make the size a little smaller, and you have this summary on the left, the outline on the left, and by clicking each one of them, you'll be taken directly to each essay, and that might be helpful for you to organize yourself. At the end of this form, you find an option to upload your transcripts. Your high school transcripts must be in English, and you can translate them at home. You don't need to translate them with a professional translating company, and I will explain how you can do this at home in the end of this video. Now your next step is filling medical information. So here there's a very important document that people always ask us about, that is the doctor statement. I will explain this in a second, but I also want to highlight that this does not replace the health form or the medical statement, because here you're just providing a short summary of any allergies or any other diseases that you might have. Now about the medical statement, it's just a basic statement from your doctor that states any diseases or any medical condition that you might have, and just for us to understand your situation better. So when I say simple, I mean that it's a short text from your doctor stating that you have a medical condition or that you don't have, and this document needs to have your full name, your doctor's full name, and your doctor's signature. If necessary, you can also fill the other health and medical information box. After that, you see that you need to pay for a registration fee, and it's very straightforward on various ways on how to pay. So I'm going to pretend that I'll be paying through Tranzilla, which is one of the websites that most of our students use. So as soon as you click on the link, all you have to do is find the registration fee. You see that I found it. I got it on my card, and I just went down and I saw the secure purchase method. Now, it's very important that you save the receipt that you get as soon as you paid, because you need to send your receipt to this email that I'm showing you right now. There's called account@emis.org, and here is showing you a sample email on how to send the receipt of the application fee. It's not required to do this right now because we have a checklist, but it's very important that you remember to pay. So now I'm going to show you how the checklist works. So here I just filled the last part of my application, which was the medical information, but I still have a checklist to fill out. So here you can see that we have a first recommendation letter, a second recommendation letter, schedule an interview, but this will be done by your committee, and EMIS health form and a parents form. So here I'm showing you how our recommendation form looks like. You cannot see what your recommender writes about you. So this is how you fill out their information, so they can fill this letter for you and you cannot have access to it. Since people have a hard time understanding the recommendation letters, I will highlight it again. In this part, you need to fill the applications of your recommender, and they will receive an email and stating the next steps on how they will proceed to recommend you. You don't have to ask them for a recommendation letter because we work with a recommendation form. So all you have to do is put your recommender's information here, such as their email and everything that we need to contact them, and we will contact them. And you don't have to do anything, and they will receive this form and they will give it back to us. Now, the EMIS health form is a different form than the doctor's statement, and a lot of people ask about this document because it is on our requirements page, and people always ask what is a health form. But as soon as you start your application, you see that a health form is just a form that you fill in the application page, which is what I'm showing you right now. And there's also a statement that you need to sign as a parent. So I'm showing you it right now, and you need to fill this out and send it to us. There's also a parent form that is personal information about you, so the parent, and the parent needs to fill this out. And I'm just showing you how it works because obviously it's about your personal information, and it's very straightforward on how to fill this out. All you have to do is click on the checklist as I showed you and find the parent form and fill out this form that asks your personal questions. I'm also showing you the parents form that is different, that is one that you need to print and sign, and then I'm just showing you that all you have to do is click there and download it and then send it to us. And now I'm also showing you that as soon as you apply, you receive a confirmation email. And as soon as you apply or you have filled most of the documentation and essays, you are eligible for an interview, and all of our applicants get interviewed. And basically, if you finish your application, you will likely receive a interview letter soon. If you finish your application or completed most of it and haven't heard from the admissions office in at least 3 days, please contact us. We will see what happened to your application and we'll make sure to provide you an interview as soon as possible. Now, I'm going to tell you how you can translate documents at home. Remembering that you need to translate all documents that you send us that are not in English. So the easiest way to translate your documents at home is to print the documents that you're going to send us and get a pen from a contrasting color and write on the side of every word that is not in English the English translation for it. After that, you can just scan the page or take a picture of it and then upload it in our upload tool. So this is the easiest way and we accept this. It's better for you to write on capital letters so you make sure that we understand what's written in the document. Thank you so much for watching this video. We really hope it helped. And if there's any other questions that you still have, you can comment them down below and we will try to answer them. But you can always reach out by social media and email.